you? Happy Monday. Kelly Dunlap here, health, wellness, beauty, and fat loss coach. Tuning in to talk about weight loss and exercise. Like I had said, was it earlier this week? It was late last week, and I said, well, I kind of dropped the ball. I scheduled myself saying I was going to do 3 lives in the 1 week, and that was the week that I was leaving for Florida, so that was a really big mistake. Thinking that, I'll have time to squeeze it in, and it just did not work. Disclaimer here, I have a little fussy little baby right here. She's been acting kind of like a little stinker butt. She's getting to that age now, where she will make the noises, like, you need to pick me up. And then I just kind of said to her a second ago, I'm like, hey. And then she'll look at me like, what? It's absolutely hilarious. Okay, so one of the topics that I wanted to chat with you about was the fact that weight loss is not the only answer, or exercise is not the only answer when it comes to weight loss. And it's a very important topic that I want to chat with you about because, especially during this time of year, I remember as a personal trainer, it was our favorite time of year because we're like, okay, here come the New Year's resolutioners. Here they come. They'll start their exercise, and they were just always known, that it was just a temporary thing. They'd take up the machines, like we're, the usual members. And I'm not trying to be mean and nasty here, but this is the truth because people, they are not consistent, and they not only are not consistent, but the biggest factor is they realize that exercise is not the way to weight loss. They think, and so do most people, if I start exercising, and if I exercise, I'm going to lose all of this weight. Okay, it goes back to, I've talked to you about many times about the dieter's mindset and the delusional thinking that comes along with it. So, like I said, this topic is very important for me to talk to you about because of that. Because I know that there are a lot of you that draw the line in the sand December 31st, feel like, okay, this is my time to reset and restart over January 1st. And another tip that I have for you is you really need to get out of that annualized thinking. You need to stop thinking about, I'm going to start over. I'm going to start over on January 1st. You need to kind of just look at it like, okay, I'm going to do the best that I can every single day. Every single day I have an opportunity to start over, right? I made a post about that yesterday. Okay, so let's get down to the nuts and bolts of this, if we can, because little Miss Sassafras is being a little bit sassy. The reason why I want to share with you that exercise is not the only answer to weight loss, because you could be making your situation worse. I think she's got gas. She's not feeling very good. You could be making your situation worse. And the reason why I say that is because people have this mindset where they feel like, okay, I'm just going to cut my calories. I'm going to cut 500 calories a day. I'm going to have this calorie deficit. That's 3,500 calories a week. Okay, that's 1 pound a week. And then I'm going to work out on the treadmill for 10 hours a day. And what you're doing is you are harming your metabolic rate. You are harming your body in a very big way. You are stressing your body out immensely. You really need to come up with a plan. You have to have a plan, and it's not just about the exercise. It's yes, creating a good, solid, healthy nutrition plan is obvious. Okay, you have to eat healthy. You cannot out-exercise a bad diet. I think people get caught up in that a lot. They're like, okay, well, I'm going to have that extra cookie. I'll just do an extra 15 minutes on the treadmill. And it's like, no, you can't do that. Because then what happens is you end up doing it all the time. Oh my gosh, you guys see my jacket from this blanket? That was a big mistake. It's all over. Then what happens is then you start doing it all the time. You start doing it every day, 3 times a day, and you're not looking at the overall big picture. Kind of like cheese. Cheese is another one. People are like, well, I'm just going to put a little sprinkle of cheese on my eggs. I'm going to put a little sprinkle of cheese on my sandwich. I'm going to put a little sprinkle of cheese on my dinner. And they're only looking at the day, but they're not realizing that the days add up to weeks, and the weeks add up to months, and then the months add up to years. And then before you know it, you're eating cheese constantly. And that is definitely something that shouldn't be something that you engage in all the time. Okay, so when it comes to your weight loss program, there are many different things that matter when it comes to it. First of all, your sleep is probably the number one on my list. Sleep. If you are sacrificing sleep to get up early to exercise, my friend, get your ass back in bed. Do not, I repeat, do not reduce your sleep to get exercise in. That is a big, huge mistake. Your body needs that rest. So choose the sleep over the exercise. Trust me on that. I think she's got gas. Sorry. Number 2, your stress. If you are not managing your stress levels, that is going to definitely harm your weight loss. It is not going to help you if you incorporate exercise on top of more stress. It's not going to work. My goodness, baby. I don't know what we need to do here. Daddy needs to be here. When my husband can hold her a certain way, it always works, okay? So manage your stress, okay? And also I want you to recognize that exercise, certain forms of exercise, is stress. So if you're somebody that says, you know what, I'm going to sign up to do a 10K, and you haven't really thought about what it does to your body on a cellular level, good luck, because I'm telling you that it's just stress. And I'm not downing it. What I'm trying to tell you is I want you to recognize what is added stress to your body and what is actually, what's beneficial and what isn't. Speak of the devil, that was Paul calling in. If you are looking to add some weight loss into your life, basically, my biggest suggestion to you would be is to walk. It's very, very beneficial for you. Walking, hands down. I want to finish this live and he keeps calling. So walking hands down is the best form of exercise for weight loss because it is a very beneficial movement. It is not stressful on your body, and you will notice a difference. And I'm not saying you got to go out and speed walk, and I'm not saying it has to be outside and you have to have a treadmill and all that other stuff. But if you can get in like 10,000 steps a day, that is the direction that you want to go in. Now, some of you might be like, oh, I don't want to hear what she has to say, and you're shutting me off or something, which is totally fine because you don't want to hear the truth, okay? Because some people feel like, well, that's not true, or that can't be. Lucy Lou lost 30 pounds running 10 miles a day. Well, what's going to happen in the long run is her metabolism is going to be damaged in the long run. So you have to kind of think about things in the long term as well. Kind of bounce it around all over the place because I have her whining. I got the husband calling. So here's my tips for you. Watch your sleeping. Make sure that you are getting good, adequate rest. The next thing, watch your stress levels. Very, very important that you're managing your stress. Like I talked to you about before, I mentioned rhodiola, hint, hint. Very good to help you with stress. The third thing when it comes to exercise, start with walking and absolutely get in some weight training. Good old-fashioned weight training is amazing, okay? So you definitely want to get some weights in. But I guess what I'm speaking to is that, or who I'm speaking to and what I'm speaking about is that I think that people think that more is going to be better, and then they stress themselves out thinking that they have to do all this craziness in order to lose weight, and then they get upset and they get discouraged and stop doing because they're not getting the results that they think that they should be getting by doing all this crazy madness. And the reason why nothing is happening is chances are is that the rest isn't addressed, the stress has not been addressed, and the form of exercise is too stressful on the body. So therefore, there's not a whole lot that's going to happen. So I just thought that I would give you those tips of information. Hopefully it'll help. Hopefully it'll give you a sense, having that knowledge will be like, okay, all right, so maybe I need to reevaluate what I'm doing here. And maybe, you'll realize like, okay, I don't have to go crazy. I don't have to run 10 miles every day in order to get results. It just, like I said, it could be 60 minutes on a treadmill a day. Okay, I had slid over the comments just so that I didn't get additionally distracted. So if you had commented, I'll definitely, comment back after I hop off. But also, I wanted to remind you that the next round of my academy is coming up. I do offer a free scholarship, so make sure that you go to my site, the MetabolismRebootAcademy.com, and apply. Okay, you have to apply in order to be considered. And just check out the program. It's 5 weeks of coaching, and it's a pretty awesome program because we tap into so many other things beside the nutrition aspect, and we go into behaviors and habit loops, and just it's very, very individualized. So, all right, I better go because I got to make sure that my husband's okay because he's called 3 times. And thanks for tuning in, and please share this with anybody that you feel could benefit. We'll talk soon. Bye.